Hello, so we thought we would just give an introduction to the car that we're driving down from the UK to Naples and back via Holland, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, France, Northern Italy, Tuscany, where we are at the moment, and then to Naples. So round trip of probably 4,000 miles maybe. That's going okay so far. This is a Land Rover Defender. It's my car, 2008, 2.4 litre turbo diesel Puma engine. Pretty much bog standard, but I'll go through some of the things we've been doing to make things a little bit more bearable. It's in no way any kind of conversion. It's been slept in once through necessity on this trip, but we did a few things to make it a bit more secure, able to carry a few more bits and pieces more easily. So here we go. So on the front, everything bog standard, apart from these nice little driving lights here, which I bought maybe a couple of years ago in the UK and got someone to put them on. They're not E-marked, so technically you would supposed to be only use them off-road, but they're very, very good. They light up the whole scene in front of you because Land Rover lights are rubbish as standard. LED, so very low power, switched inside so I can switch them off independent of the main beam, and they're really useful. Inside we have the obligatory cushions for anyone who is heightily challenged. Very, very standard in here so far. Standard 2008 Puma Land Rover. Okay, so quite early on we decided we would want to pretty much black out the entire back of the car in case we want to sleep in there. That's not going to happen, we've decided. But mostly for security. So she made these really good curtains, which are actually from an IKEA sofa that was no longer needed because I spilt some mouthwash on them. No, it needed a new cover anyway. So it's a new IKEA sofa cover, and they come down like that. They're pretty good. And then on the inside she made these curtains, and we bought a little curtain pole to go across, which the curtain poles actually work really well, no problems with that. This is our bin, our very high-tech bin, which is a boots bag, which attaches to the headrest of the front passenger side, and then the curtain can go across like that, and the other one meets it in the middle, and no one can see into the back. We've left the rear seats in here. I've actually removed them, both of them, from the back of the car, but the middle bench seats are here. Storage containers, these exclusively hold clothes. Snack bag in the middle, plus hats. Yeah, there we are. This is the other side. Pretty similar to the side I've just shown you. We've got some other stuff in here. We've got a recovery rope. I've actually pulled a couple of people out, but in the UK in winter rather than Tuscan summer. We've got a pedal lock here made by Ardcase, which goes underneath the rear seat, which I put on from time to time if we're staying somewhere, where we feel a bit less secure. But it fits nicely under the rear seat. Identical, pretty much, curtains on this side of the car. And here we have the driver's side. We've got a disc lock on there. I don't need it here. There's no one around at all, but habit, and it's a good habit, means that I like to put the disc lock on at night. It only takes a few seconds. And it's a good habit to get into. We've got nothing that's not standard in here, apart from a I might switch this on, a scan gauge, which I'll just show you. So there we go, the rattle of the 2.4 litre diesel engine, as you can expect. Well, we've got the scan gauge, which shows us the outside air temperature currently is 29 degrees. The water temperature of the engine is slowly rising from 27 degrees, it will go up a bit. We can see things like scan trips. Previous day we averaged 12.7 litres per 100 kilometres. We use 9.6 litres of fuel. The temperature of the water that circulates around the engine reached 99 degrees, which is hotter than I have seen it before. So here we have the back of the car, where we utilise a very high-tech device to keep the rear door open, because Land Rover thought they wouldn't bother putting in gas struts. So any incline and the rear door shuts on you, hitting your back, which is always inconvenient, and you never learn. So this device is called a stick, and it attaches itself using what's called a groove to the bottom of the door, and then to the ground in this case, which is a gravel finish. Very high tech, costs an awful lot of money, but a well worth upgrade to the Land Rover Defender. So inside we've got the various bits and pieces that we thought it would be necessary for the trip, including the blinds, which she made, which roll down, cover the rear window, and then we roll them up when we are driving. Attached using, again, a very high-tech device called duct tape, which is the branded version, because the suckers never really stuck properly. Anyway, the duct tape seems to be working okay, and we have these nice little things here that when you roll it up, which I can't do now, it holds it up. Into the car itself, I think the most essential piece of any travel is, of course, bunting, which is here. But if we ignore the bunting, we have a Mantec roof holder thing, where we've got camping mats, foot pump, yoga mat yet to be used, inflatable bed thingy, and 2 sleeping bags. This actually worked really well, this Mantec cover. And then we have a thingy canvas cargo hold to keep it all down. And continuing in the back, we have a little tent holder, which we're using for bits and pieces, duct tape, gas canisters. It's actually been really useful. Inside we have more of the curtains. These ones covering the rear quarters are permanent. They stay down all the time. The curtains are good, but with hindsight, I think they should have had some reflective covering on the outside. They don't let any light in whatsoever. People can't see in. But it would be nice if we kept a bit of a heat out as well. But there we go. We've also got 2, I think these were from IKEA, 2 cupboard storage devices things, which are just cable tied onto the Mantec load lugger, whatever it's called. One there and one there. Then we've got our pop-up tent, which is clipped using a carabiner to the top of the shelf. So before we left, I also installed a power supply to the rear, because one of the few useful things is that Land Rover put a live wire in the back, which wasn't used, so you just cut into that, cut out the hole for the connector, buy a cheap £5 cigarette lighter adapter, and then you can plug that in with a little. Then you've got a little power socket in the rear, and then you can plug in any additional bits and pieces you want. In this case, we have some LED lighting, which I'm about to switch on. Very exciting. For the rear, which has actually worked really well, and that can be left on for ages. And you've got loads of light in the back, because once we installed the upper shelf, you then no longer got any light from that light there, which is the standard Land Rover one. So also, we thought it would be a good idea to have some space to secure any valuable items, and on this particular case we're talking about a laptop, 2 laptops. So decided to build a rear shelf with the cover I already had, this cover, and you can store the essentials of life such as beer, a first aid kit, but more importantly a metal storage box which is attached via a bike lock to the hold down points at the back of the car. This is actually attached to the one at the front, but I'm going to get this out now and show it. So the full shelf, this thing, it's a bit of 9mm MDF cut to size and cut the various nooks and crannies of wheel arches out so it fits properly. And I'm just going to remove it, slide it forward as it's cut in half, and get access to the laptop box. Okay, so I've slid that forward now, and we have enough access to the laptop box where we've got, in this area where we've got tools underneath here. There's a barbecue, bits and pieces, and the toolbox is closed. So I will quickly show you inside. So there we have it. Box is open. We bought the box from eBay. It's not the best thing in the world. It's got a broken hinge. Didn't realise that at the time. But on seeing that, we decided to hook the most important laptop into the car with a Kensington lock. So that's it, I think. Not much more to say. I think if you want to have a look at the scenery, this is where we are at the moment. We're in an agriturismo in southern Tuscany, staying here for a few more days. No one around, not even the owner. It's absolutely beautiful. So we'll carry on down to Naples and probably reach there on Wednesday. Okay, ciao.